Hello and welcome back to my channel, Jordan Mind, Body, and Soul, where we learn to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And if you're new to this channel, then this channel is just about ways we learn to take care of ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever it is that help us lead our best lives. So if that sounds good to you, then let's get started. This video is for all the people who feel like they are not being seen or not being recognized. The people who feel like they've done all the work, got all the degrees, did whatever they feel like was necessary to align themselves, and they're looking at the results and they're like, no, not yet. This video is for you. Okay, so a little bit of a background story. What motivated me to make this video was about a week ago. I sat there and I started to analyze like just different occurrences in life, just when you sit and you start thinking about life. And then I noticed that when I thought of my friends who were like stay-at-home moms and just people that I've seen on the internet, just stories that I heard and all that stuff, I started to tell myself, I want to be in that position. Now, this is to also say that when I envisioned myself having children in life, just as a kid or, as a young adult that didn't have kids yet, when I envisioned myself having the children, I did not think of any life other than being a stay-at-home mom with children. You know what I'm saying? So when I had my son and I was still working, I was kind of envious of the people who I knew were stay-at-home moms. Honestly, just complete transparency, because I felt like they were getting an opportunity that I needed to put myself in position. Then fast forward, so then that happened. So then, of course, about 6 months ago, as some of you may already know, I quit my job, right? And when that happened, there was no planning. There was no type of like conversation that I had with anyone. Well, I had a conversation like a few minutes before quitting, but I'm saying like there wasn't anything that led up to me quitting, any type of conversation about me leaving my job. And so when I finally decided to leave, it was kind of like spur of the moment. It was spur of the moment. I talked about leaving, I wanted to leave, but I had no concrete plans for it to happen. And I just say that to say that your time and your timing is perfect. It's always perfect. Because had I left any time sooner at that job, I don't think I can say that, because I don't think I would have even had enough frustration to leave. And I know for sure that I didn't have enough willpower to stay. Like, I was just done. And my time came, right? Because I'm trying to loop it all back together. My timing came, but it didn't come when I wanted to. It didn't come when I expected it to. And then, like I said, about a week ago, when I was talking to myself and I was just thinking about things, I'm like, wait a minute. This is the situation that you prayed for. This is the situation that you were envious of other people having. But you were not taking the initiative you said you would take if you were in this position. You were not living the life you said you would live if you were in this position. And I humbled myself. I really did. I humbled myself in that moment because I realized that my time came. Exactly what I wanted came. And it didn't come how I thought it was going to. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in a storyline. Like, oh, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that. And then, after that, the next step. And since we like see things in like sequential or like chronological order, if things happen out of order, sometimes we forget and we miss the beauty of it all, which is the journey. But we miss that it doesn't have to happen a specific way, but it will happen. So when I tell people, or even myself, when I keep trying to put out the energy or a reminder that your time will come, you have to remember to trust the process. I think too, because I had a conversation with Terry the other day, and we were talking about people who like had channels that went viral all of a sudden, or who had situations where no one knew them, and then the next day they're a household name. And in theory, some of that sounds nice to happen. Like some of us may want that to be the case, but a lot of those people put in so much background work that we'll never really know. Like, even if they were to sit there and tell us, we still don't understand the magnitude of what they really experienced, right? Because we glorify, or we like romanticize the idea of success, that a lot of us are successful right now today in what we do. And it's part of our journey and it's part of our story, but we don't recognize it as such because we're looking at the full picture, the finished product, right? But we forget how many submissions you have to make before you get the final draft, right? And I just want you to remember that it's a journey, it's a process. So even if you think about, oh, well, when's my turn? Well, when am I going to get this? Well, when am I going to get this? This is the next step that you have to think about, right? Opportunity meets preparation. So a lot of times we want certain events to happen for us, and we think we're ready, and we feel like we're ready. But I truly, truly, truly believe that your timing is perfect. And when you're truly ready, your moment's gonna come. And sometimes we're so anxious about getting to that point of success, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish or looking to do, that you rush it and you miss steps that are like very vital to the overall picture, to the overall scene. You start getting so excited about getting there and being done and being finished, or you feel like once you get there you can relax, right? And so you start rushing the process, and you're skipping so many steps that are going to make it important for you, that are going to make the moment bigger than what you can even imagine. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work, and your results are going to show. I'll give you an example. Last night, through this whole journey, I've become very, very, very excited about, I've always been excited about making the videos, but I look forward to the little details. Okay, what are some things I can do, if not now, but in the future, to make this scene look better? The background, to make, to promote, different brands or businesses. What are different things I can do? And I'm already putting that stuff in my mind, right? Did anyone reach out to me? Maybe. Did I get any type of offers? Maybe. But but in my head, I've already started planning that out. I've already started mapping that out. How does it look? What's it going to feel like? And a big thing that I always say is, if you can see it, it's because it's going to happen. So if you see yourself doing it, right, you just have to prepare yourself to be in that moment, so that when that moment comes, you can accept it with open arms. Yes. Okay. So to bring it back together, so I realized that one thing that I really like to do is edit the thumbnails. I've learned to craft it a little bit more. And Terry, he's really good with Canva, so he helped me do some things that I didn't know how to do yet. And I'm scrolling through the thumbnails, and I'm showing him, I'm look at the evolution of the thumbnails, and I'm this is the part of the journey. This is the part of your craft, of your skill, that once you get to what you want, or once you get to where you want, or whatever the case is, that is the part that puts the icing on the cake. The joy that you get from doing what it is that you want, when you're literally I am basically volunteering. I'm basically doing this for free, and I'm still smiling. That joy is irreplaceable. That feeling that you get, that excitement that you get, that love that you have, that is part of your process. And that is part of you trusting and believing in the process, and basically feeling like, I'm basically volunteering, but I wouldn't do this any other way. I wouldn't do this any other way. So, as you guys know as well, I love watching like motivational interviews, and I love watching like people who like started off, started from the bottom, then they're like, oh my god, now I had all this success. And one of the things that I really like to like hang on to or look for in their story is I like listening to the part where they say that they made that one tweak, they made that one adjustment, and that made all the difference. And that showed not only how far they've come just as a person, because I feel like a part of this journey and knowing and accepting that your time is coming for you to be happy and for you to live and thrive in your purpose is for you to accept that you have to change. You have to evolve with the process. And I just love when they mention the skill or just the little adjustments that they made along the way, to where when they get to, their highest point, or when they get to like their level of success, it looks like it's a big change, but along the way they just made little adjustments and it made things just that much better. I love hearing that in the story. Okay, so lastly, guys, I just wanted to remind you to just fall in love with the process. Your time is coming. Keep doing the work. Keep being excited. Keep loving it. Even if you're looking at it and you're like, I don't see any like feedback. I don't see any hype. I don't see any recognition. I don't see any of that right now. It doesn't matter, because your time's going to come. You don't wait until you have people, asking or demanding a product to advertise it. You advertise so they know where to get it. You know what I'm saying? You do all the work beforehand. You can do it. Trust the process. And a big thing that I noticed too is when you start doing things that align with your purpose and your passions more, then you're naturally going to start being more aligned with where you need to go, where you need to be, so that you can feel like your time is coming. Because if you're waking up and you're taking care of yourself and you're feeling good and you feel healthy, there's no way in the world that your time is not going to come. There's no way in the world that you're not going to get to where you want when you're aligning yourself. When you start seeing the things that you do align more with your purpose and your passion, you'll be happy. And you'll notice that every day feels so amazing. Every day feels so great, because you're doing not only what you enjoy, but you're doing what you're passionate about. You're doing what you feel like you were here to do. And there's no way you can be living a life like that and not have your time come. It will come. Be patient and trust the process. And don't forget, take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. And I'll see you in the next video.